Hi, I'm Mountain Jace, and this is Train Don't Strain. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you've already had a chance to watch some of my previous videos, welcome back. My goal here is to explain what changes you need to make to your workouts so that you stop going round and round the circle of fitness mediocrity and start climbing the path up to your own peak levels of strength, endurance, and total body well-being. The regrettable reality is that more than 90% of gym goers fail to ever take their muscles into the all-important debilitation zone. This is the catalyst needed for the body to build back better. The fitness gods are a capricious bunch. They never take pity or show mercy to those that worship them. For this reason, it doesn't matter how many times you let other muscles join the fray, or whipsaw your body mass to make a bar move, or let a muscle rest during every negative portion of a move as you allow gravity to do its thing. These gods will never answer your prayers and bestow enhanced performance capabilities. You have to earn these precious rewards yourself, and the surest way to do so is to make sure you're training the evolutionary way, as fully explained in my series entitled Foundations of Fitness. Of course, I can only show you the path. To reach your fitness goals, you yourself will have to have the courage and determination to take every step, hard as some will be, up this mountain of hope. There are no shortcuts and no get fit quick schemes. That's what makes the climb so exhilarating. For example, you'll have to have the confidence to cut the weights you use down by perhaps 40%, understanding that the only thing that truly matters is the amount the muscle you're training interacts with in isolation and through its entire range, both along the positive and negative sections of the move. Also, you'll have to get used to breathing intensely after each set, as your body fights to replace the oxygen your muscles have devoured through intense exercise. That's the cardiovascular element that people nowadays seem to want to shy away from, as though you can get fit without ever breaking a sweat or heaving a breath. And you'll then have to have the discipline to not constantly pick up your phones and stare at the screen for 6 or 7 minutes, but to start the next set within approximately 60 seconds. It just can't be that spending 95% of your gym time surfing the web is the most effective way to build muscles. Of course, for many people, these requirements are too much for them. And that's great. The more failures there are in life, the greater us successful people stand out and warrant the sort of acclaim that we deserve. Anyway, time is precious, so let's jump straight in with abdominal training. Before I put my muscles where my mouth is, there are a few vital points to note. As just mentioned, if you let your body simply drop under the force of gravity on the negative portion of the move, the best you can hope for is 50% of the benefit if you do the positive part perfectly that one repetition has to offer, which means it is impossible for you to take the abdominal muscles into the debilitation zone, which starts at approximately the 70% mark. And as such, you will never force the body to build back better. Any increase in the number of reps you do over time, as with all your gym exercises, will just be a function of your body getting smarter at the way it cheat trains, and nothing to do with actually attaining greater strength. You have been warned. Choose wisely if you think you deserve better from the time and expense you allocate to working out. Next, always keep the body curved forward as if you were going to touch your toes. Never hyperextend the back in the opposite or backwards direction. Keep a constant pace, avoid short accelerations where the weight of your body is being channeled through your bones rather than your muscles, i.e. at the beginning and the end of each direction change. So here we go. Here's me putting all that into practice. So here I am at my gym, just about to start my decline abdominal workout, which I do twice a week. I use a normal machine on the other 2 training sessions, which means I work this muscle 4 times a week. That's because I want functionality rather than chunky abs. I do 3 sets, and as I mentioned in episode 6, called Seek and Destroy, of my vitally important Foundations of Fitness series, it is impossible to claim you've micro-torn great chunks of muscle fibre by training effectively, and then increase the weight you use set after set after set. So in this case, because I'm only using my fixed body weight to train my abs, this confirmation that I have done what I need to engage and then tear the muscle fibers in my stomach, which the body will then build back better, comes by way of the fact that in the first set I do 24 reps, and then already by the second, this number has dropped off to 15 and then down to 11 for the last. If this doesn't happen to you, the only explanation is that you're not fit enough to hit the muscle deeply on the first set, and therefore you have the same number of fibers available to you in the second. Notice how I'm not going beyond the vertical, because at that point, the weight of my body exits via my bones and not my stomach muscle. Note too that I do the negative or backward section much slower than the speed I raise it. The ratio is 1:3, with 1 being the time to complete the positive or up move, and 3 being the time I take to complete the negative. Never arch the back so that your shoulders touch the pad first. If you're not breathing heavily at the end of each set, you've failed to burn any extra oxygen, which means your muscles have been resting rather than training. That's just a fact of science. And that's it, job done. That's how to isolate and train the abs into the debilitation zone in under 7 minutes. If you found this video helpful and think others will too, please like and subscribe. Now go do the right thing. Mountain Jace out.